The reason why your eczema is not healing is because you have one of 5 misconceptions that is keeping you stuck. And these beliefs need to go. It's stopping you from having softer, smoother, sexier skin. I don't have eczema, but my 2 kids, they do. And it felt frustrated, irritating, helpless. I felt embarrassed because I didn't know what to do to help them with it before. I'm sure there are millions of other moms who feel the same way. And it wasn't until I learned and changed the way that I think about healing eczema that has helped me make drastic changes and get better results for them. A way to cut the time of suffering from eczema has nothing to do with the skin, but has everything to do with the beliefs you have about treating it. And these are the damaging beliefs that need to be stopped. And here's what to do about it. So my name is Jenny Nguyen. My goal is to help you cut that time shorter. Misconception number 1 is treating the skin and not the whole body. Eczema is one of the signs and symptoms of an underlying issue. It is a sign of the body saying that there is something that is unbalanced somewhere and adjustment is needed to be made, because there are a lot of causes that can cause the eczema to get worse, such as toxin overload, allergies, stress, nutrition deficiency, and even genetic mutation. How your skin looks is determined by those factors and how you take care of your body, like your gut and your immune system. Here is an example. If you were to eat a pepperoni pizza and you notice that you have diarrhea, your eczema flare up, this is a sign that your body might not be able to tolerate those ingredients that's in it. So it could be gluten in the wheat, the dairy, or the additives that is in the pepperoni pizza. The key point I want to make is that you need to be aware of these signs that your body's telling you and to make adjustments so that you can help improve your eczema and health, such as eating more whole food instead of processed food, getting a good night's sleep instead of binge watching on Korean or Chinese drama. Anyways, if you haven't hit the gym in a year or more, it's probably a good time to start. Oh, by the way, if you are curious about which food swaps to make in order to make adjustments to your diet, there's a video that you can check out right here and in the link below too. 5 food swap to clear eczema. So it is a good idea to make some adjustment, find out what it is, and change your course of your diet. And another example is that, let's say if you were to use a certain lotion or moisturizer that has some kind of scent, perfume, or fragrance in it, and it gives you rash and hives, it's a sign that you should stop using it and replace it with another one, because fragrance is a very common irritant that is found in so many different products. Another misconception, since we mentioned about the cream, is that people rely only on the cream or the moisturizer to heal their eczema. This is a problem many parents make when dealing with eczema. They think that lotion, potion, cream will help get rid of their kids' eczema. It actually doesn't. They end up having to use more cream or lotion, a higher dose, and their eczema hasn't even gone away yet. Now, the reason why it doesn't work and parents get so frustrated, even if they apply it religiously, like the doctor suggests, is because 85% of the creams and lotions out there to help improve the skin are actually worse for them. It has chemicals and ingredients that can cause irritations, flare up, allergies, more toxin overload on the body, and that makes the eczema even worse. And did you know about 60% of the ingredients that you put on your skin is most likely to be absorbed in the bloodstream? It's so important to, when you pick the moisturizer or the cream, to look out for the ingredients. And some of the things that you can avoid are ingredients that has perfume or fragrance in it, sodium lauryl sulfate, or alcohol in it, because these are irritant and can be a source of allergens that can make eczema worse. Here is a big hint when it comes to choosing moisturizer. If it has an ingredient that you can eat it's very likely safe for your skin. Now, it's much easier said and done to actually find those ingredients, but if you don't have any allergies, some of the ingredients to look out for are aloe, rosehip, shea butter, colloidal oatmeal, coconut oil, olive oil, chamomile, glycerin, just to name a few. These are the more natural ingredients and they work better on the skin. Don't just look at the cream. Think of other ways to help you treat it as well. This is a major misconception. Diet don't help eczema. Not connecting the link between diet and eczema is one of the biggest misconceptions that healthcare providers can make when it comes to treating eczema. Did you know that the mucosal lining has most of the lymphatic system or lymphatic tissue in there? 70 to 80% of our immune system reside in the gut. And that means that if your gut is healthy, your immune system is healthy. And when your immune system is healthy, you're more likely to be able to have healthier skin because it can fend off bacteria or pathogens or foreign invaders that's attacking it. Not many doctors will focus on teaching the patients to improve their diet so they can improve their eczema. Most of the time, they will prescribe a prescription cream or some form of corticosteroid, steroid, immunosuppressants, you name it. There are many different types to the patients because they are taught so in medical school. Nutrition is not a mandatory course that the doctors need to take when they go to medical school. When I was working in the emergency as a registered nurse, I've talked to some of the doctors there and I asked them, was nutrition a mandatory part of your curriculum? Is there a course that you have to take? And guess what the answer was? No. So if they were not taught about nutrition, why would they teach it to you? They wouldn't. I've also asked some of the new graduate nursing students about whether they have to take a nutrition course during their years of studying. And guess what their answers are? No as well too. Surprise, right? There were not mandatory nutrition course, but they did have to learn about a little bit here and there during the curriculum during their nursing school. So I remember when I was in nursing school back 20 plus years ago, I had to take a course on nutrition, a one full course on nutrition back then. Here is the thing. If our immune system reside in the gut and the gut makes a big difference in terms of because the influence of what we put in our mouth, what we eat, affect our whole system, our immune system, our body in general. What do you think will happen to skin if we don't take care of the gut? And doesn't it make more sense that we have to improve our gut, to improve our immune system, to improve our skin, and that way it will help with our eczema? Mind blowing, right? Oh, if you're curious about the top 3 food not to eat to heal eczema, there's a video, this video here, that you can click on the description below. If we know that diet is a big factor to our health, and if about over 70% to 80% of the immune system rely on the gut, why are we not taught about diet and nutrition more? Another misconception is that eczema is a skin or superficial problem. It's not, it's more than physical. Eczema is a whole body issue. It's not just physically itching and having restless night of sleep, being disturbed by it. It can cause emotional and mental stress to the person. People can really become an itchy bitch when they have eczema flare up. Excuse my language. Anyways, the emotional aspect that an person with eczema can suffer from is can be feeling of unworthiness, embarrassment, socially isolated, feeling that there is something wrong with them because of their skin. And that is really debilitating. There are so many hidden costs to it that a lot of times we don't want to admit or too embarrassed to admit that we have that problem because of our skin. Knowing that we have this problem, don't get discouraged because you can use that as motivation to want to learn about eczema, want to learn how to get better about it. And one of the things that I find useful as a woman when it comes to better skin and to make ourselves feel better is not to compare yourself with another person, especially when they are on a social media or a celebrity, because a lot of times they use filters, layer of makeup, fillers, being Photoshop, and they spend thousands of dollars in order to look that way because they want to promote a product or something to you. So focus on the things that you're grateful for, like 3 things each day that you can feel joyful about and that you actually feel proud of who you are. Take the time to make some self-care and do the things that makes you feel good about yourself. And you gotta believe that your eczema will get better. I had to remain patient, and it took me at least 3 to 4 months before my kids' eczema completely heal, and that requires a lot of adjustments. So be patient with yourself, be kind, make sure you stay consistent in what you do in order to help you with your healing journey. Another misconception is that once the eczema heals, I can go back to my old habits. There is a saying where if you keep doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting different results, that's insanity. Don't quote my exact word, but something along the line like that. What happens is that the lifestyle that you have chosen is one of the reasons that has lead you to getting triggered or your eczema being triggered. There must be some changes to get a different result. Let's say you go on a diet and exercise plan and you manage to lose 20, 30 pounds or whatever weight that you lost. And then you decided, no, I'm going to stop and I'm not going to do that diet or healthier eating, not exercise, and continue with my old habits. What are the chances of you gaining that weight back or even more? Very likely. The same goes with eczema. It's not about just getting the result and going back to where it is. It's a continuum. It's literally making progress, being consistent, getting better each time. Don't worry about the blips and the hiccups here and there. The whole point is that if you're making progress, you're on your way to smoother skin and your eczema will eventually heal as long as you continue on with it and not go back to your old ways that actually caused the problem in the first place. Some of you might be like, oh my God, I'm gonna go crazy not being able to eat the food that I once loved. That is not true. The benefit of this is that when your gut lining heals, you're able to tolerate the food that might bug you before, but now doesn't or don't. And then you can have a little bit here and there. But as long as you continue on that progress, the healing journey, and make better lifestyle choices, you're likely to not have problems with your eczema. So the last thing I want to leave you with is that don't give up, don't beat yourself up, be consistent. It has taken me a long time to help my kids improve their eczema. I went through a lot of trial and error, a lot of dumb mistakes, and you know what? That's okay as long as there's progress, that you're on the right journey. When it comes to health, is in my 17 years of nursing, I've noticed that when the patient take care of their underlying conditions and also their health, their skin improve with it. Because a lot of times people think that eczema heal within a few days or weeks, but the general skin cell cycle is roughly about 3 to 4 weeks. Depends on how bad your condition is, your eczema, and whether you have underlying conditions along with your lifestyle factors. It can take longer. Like I mentioned earlier, that my kids, it took them 3 to 4 months to completely heal from the eczema. They were 2 years straight of being eczema free. And you don't know the relief that it has on me. And here is what I want to point out. It wasn't until I changed my belief about the way I look at eczema in terms of treating it. That's what has helped me help my kids to get rid of it. So be persistent, be patient, be kind to yourself, believe in yourself, and continue to make these better decisions that will help improve your gut health, improve your immune system, and improve your eczema as well. If you find this video as helpful, click a like, share, and subscribe